Hey, hello everybody. Today I have a guest in my DazMode studios, which is I'm pretty exciting to have. Pascal from Aquatuning, visiting Canada. So welcome to Canada.
Thank you.
And we have some fun and discussing new products and everything. And while we discuss couple items, privately I suggested Pascal that we can maybe show something, and he agreed to do so. So we have a couple new items that coming out from Aquatuning and Alphacool in the next few months, and we show you in advance. So it's a preview, so to speak, of couple items that not available yet, but they will be available in near term, right?
Yeah.
So well, on you.
Okay. So a lot of you have known or seen that we currently have the Alphacool Eisberg solution, which is an all-in-one water cooler where you get a full copper radiator, a pump and a reservoir all in one. It's quite a neat kit. It's fully expandable, so it uses real water cooling fittings, real water cooling hose. So you can buy a kit like this, you can take the tubing and you can change the colour. You can change fittings if you want different colour fittings. If you want a different radiator, you can also fully expand it later. But one common complaint that we've had with the Alphacool Eisberg is some users are finding it a bit noisy. So it's not that noisy, but it's still irritating some people. So what Alphacool have been doing is they've been working on a way to solve this problem, and we've got the new Eisberg 2 that should do this.
And how it was achieved? Is it a new pump, or it more insulation and a reservoir?
Yeah, the way we changed it is we've redesigned the PCB of the pump. So it's now got a totally new PCB design, and it works in a new way. There's a new layout for the cold plate as well, which reduces noise. Yeah, I mean, what we'd like to do is show you the difference.
Alright, so we have our noise measurement device, and we have 3 examples of the product. So product on left for you, yeah. This is a current generation of products, a pump version that I have in stock right now, and this is all-in-one new version with a single radiator attached, and there's another all-in-one version which is also have a GPU block in the same loop. And Pascal saying that it still will be okay to run multiple blocks and multiple parts in the system. You know, I'm usually a little bit suspicious of the products that has a really small pump, but Pascal saying that the performance will be okay, and yeah, maybe I'll get a sample one day and we can test it out, but we'll just you know, go what you're saying, and saying that pump will be powerful enough to have enough flow through entire system with acceptable cooling results, basically. So this is 2 new versions of the pump, and this is old one. Yeah. So those, is this 2 identical, or is they still different?
Those 2 are identical pumps.
Okay.
The only difference is the radiator and the GPU block setup.
Okay, so basically we don't need to test that, I guess, right? So we need just oops. We just need to test those 2. So let me start my meter. So instead of guys do what other people doing usually, like, oh yeah, it's quiet, we'll do a little bit more scientific way, and just, I don't know if you can see it, but we'll tell you, and maybe we'll reshoot it later to show you numbers. And we will need to sit a few seconds quiet in order to normalize for the number.
Okay. So
yeah, 46.8.
Okay.
Okay, so now we have, this is our existing system. Now we have this monster with GPU.
So this is the new pump version, and it is actually turned on.
Stabilized 37.4, and pretty low number because we already start picking noise from heating system and everything, so we're not in room insulated. Yeah. So but nevertheless, yeah, you barely can hear it. Also the tone of the noise are much more plausible, Because usually you try to avoid like any high-pitched annoying noises because they irritate you most, and the lower hum is nicer. So this is what I can say. The difference between two, the pitch are less annoying.
I mean, in a case, you're not going to hear it through the side of the case.
Right. Wow, that's pretty cool. So you're saying basically is that because everything is it like standard compression fittings?
Standard
compression. It look like 10, 12.
That's 8/11 millimeters. Everything's G1/4 fittings. It's got a fill port on the top, so
the fitting is not really standard. Oh, sorry, I mean
it's the thread standard. You can put bigger fittings like 13/10 if you want. It's enough space for you to change up the size of the fittings on any of the products. You can add in products of any type. If you want like a bay reservoir in there, it's not a problem. You just could add some new tube onto there and a couple of fittings to go to a bay reservoir. So
it defeats a little bit of the purpose of the product that if you replace anything, but if you want a red tube, yes, but you have to replace old fittings as well because this tube size is not like common size.
I mean, we sell a large range of 11/8 on the shop, so you can easily replace it. But if you want to go up to 13/10, you can replace the fittings and do that. But for example, if you're one of those people that wants to see the water in your PC, you can put it in a bay reservoir. Or if you want to add an extra radiator just to be extra sure, no problem. But a lot of people start off with this and start expanding it.
So if you want instead of this slim radiator monster or something, it's not a problem, right? So because North American market quite often gravitate to oversized things. No offense. So you can put anything you want. I also would like we chat a little bit about this CPU block. I'm actually getting a couple to stock myself just out of curiosity, but the whole concept, it has some pluses and minuses. I'll let you talk about it for a second, and I'll offer whatever my comments is there.
I'll show it upside down because it's the easiest way. So this is the Alphacool GPX. It's a GPU block that is practically universal. So the way that the technology works is you have a main core block here, which is where the water flows through, and then you have a plate. Now the plate is the only part that's specific to the graphics card. So this version's a 980, and we have plates for countless numbers of reference and non-reference cards for all types, going 980s, 290s, in pretty much every version you can think of. And what's even better is if you have a card that you don't or can't get a water block for, what you can do is you can actually send your GPU to Alphacool and they will make you a plate for free. So if you have a card that they don't already have in the existing catalogue and you're willing to send in your graphics card for scanning, then you'll get a free water block from it. The other good thing is if you buy...
hold on. If you already have block, you get free water block, or you just have a free water block?
No, so like if we don't have the scan of the card on file, so
I see.
If we don't already have a block for it,
so you make a custom block free of charge. But you still have to pay for the block.
No, you get the block free. So like what happens is if you're the first person to send it in, because we...
I see. You're first guy who provide whatever sample of PCB.
So for the trouble of sending the card, Alphacool will give you a free water block if it's not already on file.
Well,
so it's a good service. What's even greater?
Not a bad idea. It saves you trouble buying cards, and somebody get something out of it.
What's even cooler is if you go to upgrade in the future, so let's say you've gone with a 270 and you decided one day, I want to upgrade to a 290, all you have to do is unscrew 4 screws on the back of the plate, which you'll just see here, and this modular block comes off, and you can even keep in the case of the Eisberg, you can keep the system filled and just attach the new plate. Now, another common question we've had about the GPX is it just an aluminium plate? Is it actively cooled, or how's it work? Well, the actual size of the cooling plate is the full shape of the GPX core block. So it's not just the small shape here. It actively cools this section. So it's giving you the best of both worlds, the ability to change the plate, plus it's not passive cooling on the plate, it's semi-active cooled. So the temperatures you'll receive will be very surprising. The other value to note about this is it comes with a backplate as standard. So you're not paying an extra $30, €20 for a backplate. It comes with the card.
Yeah. Well, actually, I just installed my Beats Power blocks on GTX 980, so I'm not going to do it right away. But I have a few of those separately coming to the store, and would be interesting to switch one of the Beats Power blocks for this one and check how it works. I think the whole idea has a few very positive moments, and it has some negative moments. Positive moments, obviously, for anybody who trying to get true return on investment, so to speak, which is never works in high tech, but it might work in this particular situation because you have this core unit, which is basically universal. You can carry on through several generations of cars, and all you need to change only heat sink around it, right? So for people who value such thing, it's truly unique solution, and obviously the way to go. The negative way, as I see it, because of you have this design which probably will be very similar across different blocks, right? So so if whatever reason you build something and you have in mind whatever you have in mind, and this style just doesn't fit, right? So then savings doesn't matter, and I just don't like this looks, and end of story, right? Also, to be fair, you most often look on a block probably like this, right? So you only see the side part, and it's looks of the block not always matters that much, but nevertheless, we're in the modding business, and the design consideration quite often overpower any money consideration. We all know it.
Well, the other good thing about this is it's very easy to mod yourself, so you can easily just unscrew the cooling block and then get this part anodized or paint it to your color scheme, for example.
Oh yeah, that's actually, it's a good idea. I know quite a few guys who like paint things, especially in white. So yeah, definitely, it's a good idea. It's just I'm thinking out loud, basically, right? So one thing for sure is that quite a few guys buy acrylic blocks. It's the only reason they buy acrylic blocks, so because they not only want to see the stuff inside, which is part two, but also that allows you to stick bunch of LEDs into it, right? So just a suggestion to product manager, why not to drill some holes or anything, so maybe you can put not probably on other side, maybe put some LED inside or something like this, so give a little bit of bling factor, then it will, I think, will be more interesting to certain guys, and of course that doesn't really cost
very
much.
possible,
Because you basically you can like stick piece of acrylic, right, between two fins, and stick two LEDs on both sides, and then the logo will glow or whatever. So it can be really cool.
I mean, we do, if you have multiple cards in the system, we do have a bridge, SLI bridge, with the Alphacool logo in, and that does have LEDs. So if you've got 2 or 3 or 4 cards, then in between them you've got a nice acrylic bridge that has Alphacool glowing in whatever colour you wanted to, blue for example, green. So
you know, another suggestion, so to pick on you, but it could be really cool if at least one company will start making bridges without bloody logos, right? Because this hoarding stuff that we have those badges and all this name. I understand that every company want to make a branding, but I think it goes overboard recently. So you look on your computer and you have like freaking 10 logos sticking out, right? So I even okay to pay premium, just get debadged model that I have a cleaner looks, but it could be my OCD speaking, right? But nevertheless, I'm representing
it's a fair point.
community too, so that's pissing me off. It's just having those logos sticking out in such a mess, it's just getting ridiculous, I think.
Lucky you say that, because we actually have been thinking about that. So the plate on the actual cooler itself and the top of the SLI bridge is replaceable. So we will be issuing some like blank plates. So then the modder could either stick the build logo if they've got like a logo for the build on, or they can cut it and then put acrylic behind it and then put it back on. So yeah, we have thought of that, and we will be doing just blank inserts that they only cost a couple of euros each, so you can do what you like. If you want to stick a sticker on, paint it, or if you want to etch it.
Well, listen, if you do it, I'll use it for my build. I'm telling you, because it's just pissing me off. Like it's too much.
Yeah, no, we have thought of that. So, I mean, what I did a build with a sponsor build, and I just made a vinyl sticker. That went the length of this, so I just stuck over the logo on that part, for example, with a vinyl.
Well, listen, your logo is flat, but there's certain vendors they make it, sticking out, or you have a depression, so you try to cover it with vinyl, and you see outline of the thing. So it's not always that easy. Some people make it really hard to get rid of their logo, so they won't brand you in forceful way, almost like a cow, like here. That's my stuff, right? So anyways, well, that's pretty cool stuff. I hope, guys, you enjoyed our small episode. I don't have too many guests, but when I have them, I always try to grab and force them to make videos. So I appreciate that you was such easygoing guy and say, well, okay, I can do it, right? Instead of no, I cannot. So, alright guys, thanks for watching. We're coming out with more episodes soon. I have a lot of plans for my DazLab, and I'm not sure some of you quite patiently waiting for a while, and we'll show you some results in the next few days. See you later.
See you
Bye.
later. Bye.